You know what Islamist terrorism and cancer have in common? If you don't talk about them, they disappear. If you don't pay any attention to them, they go away. If you have cancer and you just don't pay any attention to it, it just gets instantly better. Same thing with Islamist terrorism. And I mentioned this on the same topic of elites and lies, okay? Elites and this make-believe world they think is a better world because they don't trust us to know the truth and make decisions. That's why, that's why they think they can lie out of, there was a terrorist attack. Well, we don't know yet whether there was a terrorist attack, but there was a Saudi national on Friday, I believe it was, who was being trained at a flight school, which obviously brings back these kind of horrible memories of 9/11. And he opened fire on his class and he killed three young Navy guys, three young Navy people who shot dead. And they're now looking at this as if it were terrorism. Here is the National Security Advisor, Robert O'Brien.
I don't see anything that there's a broader pot. I'm watching the same things that you're watching, and the public reports. And this is a guy who may very well have said some things on Twitter that suggest he was radicalized. He went out and killed a number of Americans. So my point is, it looks like terrorism. We'll have to see what the FBI investigation shows, what his motivations were. The Saudis have promised full cooperation with the investigation. We're going to take them at their word. And the FBI is very competent in doing these things. They'll get to the bottom of it, and we'll have a full report. But my point is, it looks, from what we're seeing in the public reports, that this looks like something that's terrorism or akin to terrorism.
So the New York Times, a former newspaper, runs the headline, Saudi suspect clashed with instructor. Right? The FBI says, it leads with, the FBI said it was conducting a terrorism investigation into the shooting. But then they go into the story about how he got really angry because his instructor, his flight instructor, called him porn stash in front of about 10 other aviation students. And this he found humiliated and angry, and suggesting that this is the reason he went off. Now, they're investigating also that he went to Saudi Arabia, where he may have been radicalized, but the Times thinks that they can cover this up, and if they can create enough smoke and mirrors and make it sound like it was about some personal clash, had nothing to do with Islam, which is ridiculous. It's just, the Fox and Friends host, Pete Hegseth, posted, the guy had these anti-Israel, anti-American social media posts. He posted, this is the killer, he posted, I'm against evil, and America as a whole has turned into a nation of evil. I'm not against you for just being American. I don't hate you because of your freedoms. I hate you because every day you are supporting, funding, and committing crimes, not only against Muslims, but also against humanity. So Pete put this up on Twitter and was banned from Twitter. It was taken down. It was barred from Twitter. Why? Because if you ignore Islamic terrorism, if you don't talk about it, it's just like cancer. It goes away. It's amazing. It's an amazing treatment. This is a new treatment. They used to operate. They used to, in cancer, they used to operate. They used to give you, chemicals and radiation and stuff. But now they realized that if you just ban people from talking about cancer on Twitter, it goes away, okay? And this is our elites. And of course, they wouldn't be not talking about it if it were Catholic malfeasance, if it were Protestant bigotry or something like that. They would be talking about it. But Islam is given a break. Why? Because of an elite idea that somehow Islam is somewhere on the intersectional chain of oppression that Christian religions aren't, because Christianity is the national religion. It's the country's religion. I hope you enjoyed that clip from The Andrew Klavan Show. If you did, go ahead and hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date on all our future content.